Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You want to find a position that is both sturdy and comfortable. You don't want to be uncomfortable during the practice because then you'll just be distracted by your body during the practice. You also want to be sturdy because you want to have a sense of stability that gives us a sense of groundedness, a sense of being here for this moment's sake. Sitting in a chair works nicely. Sitting in a formal meditation posture works nicely. You can even lie down, just don't fall asleep. Find what works for you, as long as it is sturdy and comfortable. There's also an option to keep your eyes open or closed during this practice. It's up to you. And if you prefer to keep your eyes if you prefer to keep your eyes closed, go ahead and close your eyes. But if you prefer to keep your eyes open, leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you. Maybe just looking at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you. We're not staring or analyzing at a particular spot in the floor, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze in between, looking softly yet clearly downwards. You're in a comfortable yet sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open, gaze directed softly yet clearly downwards. You are here. That's all. Do you know this? Everything you look for and you're striving for, everything you want, is here and now. So be here. This is it. Noticing the sounds around you, body sensations, emotions, smells, color, shape, all here and we know it. But of course, you may notice that there's a competition happening here, a competition for your attention. Whereas on the one hand, you're trying to notice this moment, but then you start thinking about it, talking about it, judging it, trying to achieve. Thoughts come in and steal attention away. And that's okay. But this moment isn't words, so thinking will do nothing for you here. And we're not going to shut off our thinking or try to quiet it down. We're just going to leave it alone. Let the thoughts continue on. We just leave it alone. And we do this by bringing our attention away from thinking to our breath. Find your breath. And for the next minute or so, see if you can just follow it as it rises and falls without being distracted by this next thought. And I'm probably catching you thinking about something right now. And that's okay. But next time, when you notice that you're just lost in thought, thinking about some future plans or worries or problems, just notice it and gently return to the breath. Don't shut off the thought or push it away or ignore it. Just let it continue on and return to breathing, rising and falling. Come back. Come back to the breath, rising and falling. Just breathing. Not pushing thinking away. Not trying to stop thinking. Only returning to the breath for no reason at all. Rising and falling. Clear. Awake. This is it. Right here. Already complete. So just be here with the breath, rising and falling. Okay, you can look at the screen. There's a story of this Zen teacher and how he became a Zen teacher. I won't bother you with names. But he grew up in a fishing village in Japan, and I think around the 80s or so. And his family was very, very much about success. And so he was always at an early age pushed to be the successful person, reaching for something really good. And he found that success in business. He worked in some office or whatever in Tokyo and became very, very successful. But he worked like 80 hours a week. And this went on into his 40s, to about the age of 49, I think. He worked really hard, and became a very successful person. And he also decided not to take a lover, to have a wife or anything like that, because he knew that this would interfere with his work, his success. And one day he collapsed out of sheer exhaustion. And this is unfortunately true in Japan. People actually, well, I've heard stories of people dying of working so hard, literally just dying on the subway, in the train. But he collapsed in his office and was taken to the hospital. He had to take a month off to be in the hospital. And he was visited randomly by this traveling Zen monk who was just being kind and trying to help people in the hospital heal. And this monk hands him this little lotus petal that he picked up when he was picnicking earlier in the day. And, he's laying in his hospital bed and he held this thing. And he was so moved by this single action that he quit his job, gave all his finances and all his savings to his family, shaved his head, and became a Zen monk himself. Now, he lost contact with the one that gave him the petal, never saw him for years. So this monk, this Zen teacher, he starts practicing meditation, very difficult, trying very, very hard, doing retreats every week, doing solo retreats every month, going from temple to temple, trying to find this thing that this monk had when he gave him this petal. What was that? Searching for years. So about 15 years later, he's now in his 60s or 70s. He's kind of like, well, all these monks are kind of doing everything else I noticed in business, fighting for this and getting all that and hierarchies. And one day he was doing his alms round and he runs into that monk again that gave him the petal randomly. And of course, this monk has this big giant smile, as he was, and he asked, "How are you? I'm so happy that you started practicing." And of course, this guy we're talking about, he thanked him for sharing, giving him this practicing life. But he's like, "But I still don't understand Zen. I don't understand how your peace and well-being and your kindness comes from. I practice all the time. I do meditation, I go to retreats, practicing all the time." And this Zen monk looks at him and says, "Who are you? You think your peace is going to come from outside. You practice for some end goal, for some purpose. You're reaching constantly. When what you seek is already what you are. The peace that I know has not come from me finding it outside of myself. It's right here. This is it." And at that moment, the Zen monk laughed. Not the Zen monk, but the guy he was telling laughed out of sheer of sheer realization that this whole time he was seeking a future that will never come, seeking that thing, practicing to get somewhere. And he was missing it for years. So don't take this long route. Practice isn't about achieving something. Later on, this Zen monk became one of the greatest monks, greatest Zen teachers. He taught for the rest of his life until he died. And he would always say, you cannot practice for a reason. You're already here. This is it. So if you're wondering if practice isn't working for you or what you're going to get out of it, or just be careful. Don't be seeking this future. This is it. As you watch this video, this moment is what we speak of right here. Nowhere else. If you seek peace outside yourself, it would be unpeaceful seeking your entire life. You are here. Thank you for your time today. And as always and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.